Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody can hear my voice and see the presentation on the screen. Okay. So today it's supposed to be a maths session, and the topic for today that we'll be taking up is mensuration. So tell me, how many of you have studied mensuration? How many of you know what mensuration is? Gautam says yes. Namra says Devesh. Okay, everybody has studied mensuration. Good, good, good. Is there anybody who does not know what mensuration is? Rishikesh, okay, you don't know what mensuration is. Don't worry, you have studied mensuration, बस अलग नाम से पढ़ा होगा. तो चलो, those who say that we know what mensuration is, can you tell me what is mensuration all about? Mensuration होता क्या है? Obviously it's a topic in maths, but what exactly is covered in mensuration? Remembering a ton of formulas, well, that happens in practically everything. Yes, Priyanshi, that's correct. So the basic concepts of lengths, areas and volumes is all covered under mensuration. तो different shapes जो होते हैं, squares, circles, triangles, फिर even three-dimensional objects like cylinder, cone, sphere, all these objects, they have some sort of length or some sort of area or some sort of volume. So measuring the length, area of volume of any object is called mensuration, right? So ये तो definitely सबने पढ़ा है. Yes, ऋषिकेश, ये सब तो पढ़ा ही होगा आपने. एरिया, वॉल्यूम, बहुत सारे फॉर्मूले होते थे स्कूल में, डेफिनेटली पढ़ा है, राइट? करेक्ट. सो mensuration is nothing but measurements of different surfaces. Now the biggest problem which many students used to complain about is that, sir, area, volume, there are so many formulas to remember. We always get confused which formula should be used for which particular thing, right? Many students think there are dozens of formulas and you have to rectify, you have to memorize all of them, and oftentimes it becomes confusing. But the reality is, if you are clear about how these formulae are derived, if you are if you are clear with the fundamentals, if you are clear with the basics, then in reality you don't have to remember too much. There are only some 3 or 4 concepts which we have to keep in mind, and if these concepts are clear, then it becomes very easy to even know what the formula for a particular problem is, right? So it's not about memorizing the formula, it's about understanding the concepts. And if the concepts are clear, the formulae become automatically clear, right? You don't even have to remember much, it automatically will come to you. So first let's understand the basic concepts. So whenever we talk about mensuration, before we start remembering and looking at the formulas, we first need to understand the concept of degree and dimension. Tell me, do you know what is meant by degree of an equation or degree of a monomial or degree of a polynomial? In algebra, supposing I say x square is equal to 9, then the highest power 2 is known as the degree of the equation. So here the degree of this particular thing is equal to 2. Do you agree? Right? If I say x square, that means the degree is 2. If I take x square into y cube is equal to 15, then what will I say is the degree? X and y, the bases are being added. So when the bases are added, we will take the collective powers, right? 2 and 3. We say it is up to power 5, right? For the sake of mensuration, when the bases are multiplied, we will take the collective sum of the degrees. This is only when the bases are multiplied. So if I tell you x cube into y square and z, x cube into y square into z, if I ask you for a degree, then what will we say? So 3 plus 2 plus 1, we will say it is 6. Now, supposing I say x cube plus y square, right? If I add, then what will I say? If I say x cube plus y square, then we will ignore the small one, right? We will only take the largest power and we will take the degree here is 3. Did you get this? So if the bases are together, then we take the collective sum. If the bases are in addition, then we take the largest power of the individual, right? So remember, identify the degree of an equation. If I give you that pi r square, then what is the degree here? If I say pi r square, what is my degree here? So pi is actually a constant. We know the value of pi is 3.14 or 22/7 approximately. So constant को हम count नहीं करते. We will only count the variables. So only r square. That means the degree here is 2. The degree here is 2. If I say 2 pi r h, if I give 2 pi r h, then again 2 is a constant, pi is a constant. We will only take r and h. So 1 plus 1, again we will say the degree here is equal to 2. So till now, is everybody clear how to identify what is the degree of a given formula? Correct? It's not difficult identifying the degree of a given formula. Now, let's talk about the concept of dimension. If I give you a rectangle is nothing but 4 straight lines, 2 pairs parallel to each other, right? So can I say that it is nothing but 4 lines which are just kept in this particular shape? So a line has length as one of its measurements. Can I measure anything else for a straight line? Can I measure anything else for a straight line other than length? No, right? So remember that anything which you can say is a line will be having a single dimension, correct? So if I ask what is the border of this rectangle, so the border is nothing but lines. So for the border, which is also known as perimeter of the rectangle, the dimension will be equal to 1. Did you understand that? If it is a rectangle and I only have to find the border, perimeter, so border to border is a straight line, so that is 1 dimension. Now for the same rectangle, if I have to cover the rectangle with a carpet, right? I have covered this entire thing with a carpet. So this has both height and width. That means area is measured using both height and width. That means it is 2-dimensional. Area is measured using height and width. So that is 2-dimensional. Did you get that? Did you understand that? Area is 2-dimensional. And if I give an object like this is a cuboid, right? It's 3-dimensional. तो इसका length भी होगा, breadth भी होगा and height भी होगा, right? This has length, this has breadth, this also has height. So if I want to find the volume, that is, this is a box. If I want to fill this box with some liquid, then the volume will be a 3-dimensional unit. Is this clear? The volume, that is how much masala you can fill inside, that quantity, volume, is a 3-dimensional calculation. Did you understand what is meant by 1 dimension, what is meant by 2 dimensions, and what is meant by 3 dimensions? If they are asking for any border, that is perimeter, then it is 1 dimension. Any area is 2 dimension and any volume is 3-dimensional, right? So just now we saw the concept before dimension, that was degree. So always remember, n degree formula will be used to calculate n dimension of an object, right? If I am finding the length, then the formula will be first degree. If I am finding out area, the formula has to be second degree. And if I am finding out volume, the formula will always be a third degree formula. Did you understand this relationship? Any length, the formula has to be single dimension. Any area, the formula has to be two dimensions, second degree. And any volume, the formula has to be a third degree formula. So if I give you a formula pi r square, is it for length, is it for area, or is it for volume? Right? Pi ka to nikal do, r square. So this is area of some figure. If I give 2 pi r, so this will be for some sort of length. 2 and pi nikal do, r single unit, that means length. If I give 4 upon 3 pi r cube, ये किस चीज का फॉर्मूला हो सकता है? राइट, 4 अपॉन 3 पाई एंड पाई को निकाल दो, कांस्टेंट है. दिस इज क्यूब, सो क्यूबिक मींस दिस इज वॉल्यूम ऑफ सम ऑब्जेक्ट. डिड एवरीबडी अंडरस्टैंड इट? If it is length, the formula always has to be 1 degree. If it is area, the volume has to be second degree. And if it is volume, the formula always has to be third degree. One more thing, if the object that we are looking at has some sort of curve in it, you understand what is meant by a curve? It is not a straight line, as in circle है या sphere है. कोई भी curved shape होगा तो फॉर्मूला में कहीं ना कहीं पाई का आना जरूरी है. If the shape has a curve in it, right? Sphere, cylinder, cone, circle, all these figures have some sort of curve in them. So any curve, the formula should contain the pi term in it somewhere. चलो, इतने फंडा अगर याद है तो we can move on to individual figures and how do we look at the formula. So remember, the perimeter, right, or circumference, perimeter for lines, circumference for circles, it always has to be a first degree equation. Any area, whether it is a straight line enclosed shape or a circular shape, it has to be a second degree equation. And whenever you are talking about three-dimensional objects, right, then the formula always has to be a third degree formula. So now we start with perimeters. So all of them have to be first degree. Now perimeter, remember, the word perimeter is nothing but a fancy word for border, right? Perimeter यानी कि इसका border मुझे बनाना है. So if I have a square and in a square all the four sides are of the same length, so what will be the length of the total border, right? All I have to do is add the four sides. So 4 times if I put L, then that will be equal to the perimeter of the circle. Simple, right? And it is first degree. 4L is first degree. So 4 times L. Formula कहाँ से आया? You just add all the four sides. Easiest thing. उसी तरह, if I have a rectangle जहाँ पे एक side is L and the other side is B, then the perimeter of a rectangle is given by L plus B plus L plus B. So 2 बार L को ऐड किया, 2 बार B को ऐड किया, so 2 times L plus B. Correct? 2 times L plus B. It is nothing but adding all the four sides. L plus B plus L plus B. So 2 times L plus B will give me the perimeter of a rectangle. And if I have a triangle with the 3 sides A, B and C, then again the perimeter is simply A plus B plus C. you add the three sides, you will get the perimeter of the triangle. यहां तक तो कोई तकलीफ नहीं है, right? None of these formulas are difficult. None of these formulas are like रट्टा मारने जैसा, कुछ भी नहीं है. Straightforward formulae, you don't even have to memorize them, they will automatically come. So we move on to the area of figures. So area, remember, is always a second degree equation, right? It's a second degree formula. Now there is a good funda that you should always remember. If the shape is symmetrical from top to bottom, symmetrical means square को देखो, नीचे जैसे होता है ऊपर तक वैसे ही एक्सटेंड होता है, so this is symmetrical. रेक्टेंगल में भी नीचे जैसे आता है द सेम फिगर इट गोज टिल टॉप, सो इवन दिस इज सिमेट्रिकल. बट इन अ ट्रायंगल द बेस इज बिग but it is not extending up to the top, so this is not symmetrical top to bottom. So in any shape, if it is symmetrical vertically, then the area is always given by base multiplied by height, right? So in a square the base is also L, the height is also L, so base multiplied by height, L square is the area of a square. फंडा सिर्फ इतना जानना है, base multiplied by height will give you the area of any square. So similarly in a rectangle, if this is length and this is breadth, so base is L, height is B, so L into B gives me the rectangle का area, L into B gives me rectangle का area. Now this area is base into height formula will not work for triangle. लेकिन थोड़ा अगर हम देखें तो अगर एक rectangle को you cut in half, you cut a rectangle in half, you get a triangle with this is the base and this is the height. So if the entire rectangle's area is base into height, then the triangle which is formed is half of that. So the area of a triangle is half base into height. The area of a triangle is half base into height. Did you get how area of a triangle is actually derived? Half base into height. Hope you understood this one, right? Chal. Now triangle में if I have a triangle and I know the base and height, side is not the height, height means the vertical height, you should be given the vertical height, then you can use the formula half base into height. But supposing I am not given the vertical height, it is not a right angle triangle and vertical height is not given, but if I know the three sides of the triangle, let us say A, B and C, then there is something called Heron's formula which can be used to calculate the area. So how does it work? First of all, perimeter of the circle of the triangle is A plus B plus C. So semi perimeter, semi means half, semi perimeter is P by 2, which is A plus B plus C divided by 2. So the area of this triangle is given by square root of S, then you take S minus A, S minus B and S minus C. That's it. So S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. If you take the square root of the entire thing, then you get the area of a triangle. So if you know the base and height, you can use the formula half base multiplied by height. If you don't know the height, but you know the three sides, then you can use Heron's formula, root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C, where S is nothing but the semi-perimeter. Are we clear on this? Did everybody get this? Correct. Chalo. So sticking to areas, we saw the perimeter and area for figures with straight lines. The only thing left is a circle. So for a circle, the only dimension we generally know is the radius. So perimeter of the circle, also known as circumference of the circle, is given by the formula 2 pi r, and area of the circle is given by pi r square, right? So 2 pi r can also be written as pi into d, where d is the diameter, because 2 times radius is diameter. So either you write pi d, where d is the diameter, or 2 pi r, where r is the radius. So 2 pi r or pi d is the perimeter of a circle, that is the circumference of a circle, and the area of a circle is given by the formula pi r square. I think this is straightforward. Did everybody get this one? Right? Nothing new so far. Basic concepts, we have already learned it at school level. Chalo. Let's take an example first. Right? Before we move on to bigger formulae, let's first use this formula for examples. Let us say a 1 meter wide path is constructed on the outside of this garden. Now, what is the area of the path? The garden is already given as 8 meters by 6 meters in dimension. A 1 meter wide path is constructed on the outside of this garden. Then what will be the area of the path which is constructed? Yes, Dvija and Pranav, yes. Others, no. Yes, Vanshika. No, Hardi. No, Gautam. No, Namra. ना guys, basic mistake कर रहे हैं, सब basic mistake कर रहे हैं. चलो, first let's understand the problem. Already it is given that the garden itself is 8 multiplied by 6. So the area of the garden is 48 square meters, right? Now, a 1 meter wide path is constructed on the outside. That means from the outside I am constructing a path, right? That means when I include the path, a bigger rectangle is formed. Now, this bigger rectangle, this portion is already included as 8 and 1 meter is added on both sides. So, for the outside rectangle, the length is 10 and the height is actually 8. Right? 10 because 8 plus 1 and again 6 plus 1 plus 1. So 8 becomes 10 and 6 becomes 8. So the area of the bigger rectangle is 10 multiplied by 8, which is equal to 80, from which if I remove the path in between, then what I'm left with is the area of the path, which is 32 square meters. Did everybody understand this? Why we added 2? Because when you draw a rectangle, a path, 1 meter gets added on the left, then 1 meter also gets added on the right. उसी तरह vertically ऊपर 1 meter ऐड होता है तो नीचे भी 1 meter ऐड होता है. When you add a path outside, you are adding all 4 sides, right? Up and down, similarly left and right. So 8 becomes 10 and 6 becomes 8. The most common mistake is you simply add 1 and calculate it as 9 multiplied by 7, which is wrong. You have to add 2 to the original path, 1 for both these sides. Right? I hope everybody got this one. Okay. So similar concept, but supposing now the path is constructed on the inside of the garden. Then what is the area of the path? If the path is now on the inside of the garden, then what is the area of this path? Na Janta Janardhan is doing the same mistakes, I guess is. Nah, correct. Sorry. Yeah. Now people are getting it right. Most of you are now getting it right. Right. सी आरुषि, डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड द प्रीवियस वन? प्रीवियस वाला समझ में आया? ओके, सो यहां पे क्या है, जो ओवरऑल रेक्टेंगल है, बाहर का रेक्टेंगल, वो तो 6 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 8 48 है. अब a 1 meter path is constructed on the inside. That means the path that we are constructing is now like this, right? So path कौन सा है? ये वाला मेरा path है पूरा जो मैंने मार्क किया है. That is the path which is inside the boundary, and I have to calculate the area of this path. Yes, I have to calculate the area of this path. So ये जो अंदर वाला रेक्टेंगल है, द लेंथ विल बी 8 minus 1 minus 1. So this will become 6, and vertically 6 minus 1 minus 1 will be 4. So inside वाला एरिया is 24. तो पूरे बड़े वाले रेक्टेंगल से इफ आई सब्ट्रैक्ट द छोटा वाला रेक्टेंगल, आई गेट द एरिया ऑफ द पाथ. डिड यू गेट इट? नाउ डिड यू गेट इट? चलो, नाउ सपोजिंग द विड्थ, नाउ देयर इज अ पाथ. जो डार्क मार्क किया है ये अंदर वाला, ये पाथ है, राइट? दिस वन इज द पाथ, दिस इज द पाथ, एंड द विड्थ इज 1 मीटर. इफ द विड्थ इज 1 मीटर, ये पाथ की चौड़ाई 1 मीटर है, यानी यहां से भी 1 मीटर है, देन व्हाट इज द एरिया ऑफ द रिमेनिंग पार्ट ऑफ द सर्कल? ये जो लाइट कलर का एरिया है, इसका टोटल एरिया कितना है? पूरे में से पाथ को अगर निकाल दोगे तो लाइट एरिया कितना है? जय जयशील, केयरफुल. नम्रा, श्योर विथ योर कैलकुलेशन? हर्षित कैलकुलेशन चेक करो. मानुष यस. वंशिका कैलकुलेशन चेक करो. नोप 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 नोप. दिशा करेक्ट. शुभंकर यस. वंशिका ओके. यस राही, राइट. सो पहले तो ये पूरे का पूरा जो बाहर का रेक्टेंगल है, दैट इज 8 into 6 विच इज इक्वल टू 48. नाउ फर्स्ट लेट्स टेक अ लुक एट द वर्टिकल पाथ. दिस इज 1 मल्टीप्लाइड बाई 6. तो ये जो वर्टिकल पाथ है ये तो 6 स्क्वायर मीटर्स का हो गया, एंड ये जो हॉरिजॉन्टल पाथ है वो 8/1 यानी कि 8 स्क्वायर मीटर्स का हो गया. लेकिन जब हमने दोनों को लिया तो ये जो बीच वाला पोर्शन था ये 2 बार ऐड हो गया. ये इसमें भी काउंट हुआ है, इसमें भी काउंट हुआ है. मुझे काउंट तो एक ही बार करना है. तो ये 6 + 8 जो 14 है, उसमें से इतने को सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दूंगा, दैट इज 1/1. सो 14 में से 1 को सब्ट्रैक्ट किया तो 13. सो एरिया ऑफ द पाथ इज 13. सो 48 minus 13, 35 is the remaining area. 35 is the remaining area. Did everybody get this one? The remaining area becomes 35. Yes, Gautam. You can do it. I can show you at least 4 more methods of doing it. Gautam, I can show you at least 4 more methods of doing it. You want to see that? Let's do one more method of doing it. For example, if this is 8 and this is 1, so 7, so this area is 3.5 and this area is 6 minus 1, 5 का आधा 2.5. So each area will be 2.5 into 3.5. You multiply this 4 times, you will get the answer. हाँ, बट 2.5 मल्टीप्लाइड बाई 3.5 कैलकुलेशन करने में मजा आता है. पॉइंट में अगर कैलकुलेशन करने में यू आर कंफर्टेबल देन गो फॉर इट, वरना स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड. नाउ -1 क्यों किया? चलो हार्दी, ये पहले हमने ये छोटा पाथ कैलकुलेट किया. दिस वाज 6 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 1, 6 करेक्ट. ओके, उसके बाद वी कैलकुलेटेड दिस एरिया. सो दिस वाज 8 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 1 विच इज 8. सो ये टोटल एरिया जो हमने अभी तक निकाला है वो 14 है, राइट. बट यहां पे ओवरलैपिंग हो रहा है. एक ही बार कैलकुलेट होना चाहिए, जबकि 2 बार किया तो ये 1 बाई 1 का एरिया जो है उसको सब्ट्रैक्ट करना पड़ेगा. सो वी गेट 13. करेक्ट? ओके, चलो. नाउ वी मूव ऑन टू 3 डायमेंशनल ऑब्जेक्ट्स. अभी तक हमने जो भी देखा था, या तो हम किसी का पेरीमीटर फाइंड कर रहे थे या तो किसी का एरिया फाइंड कर रहे थे, बिकॉज दे वर ऑल 2 डायमेंशनल फ्लैट ऑब्जेक्ट्स. नाउ 3 डायमेंशनल ऑब्जेक्ट जिसमें लेंथ, ब्रेड्थ, हाइट तीनों होता है. सो इफ आई वॉन्ट टू फाइंड आउट द एरिया ऑफ अ क्यूब, अब इसमें क्यूब में क्या होता है, लेंथ, ब्रेड्थ, हाइट तीनों सेम होते हैं, L. सो एरिया जो है, एक कोई फेस को ले लो, अ फेस इज अ स्क्वायर, सो किसी भी फेस का जो एरिया है वो L स्क्वायर है. एंड अ क्यूब हैज अ टोटल ऑफ 6 फेसेस एंड ईच फेस इज द सेम. सो 6 times you take the area of one face, that is the total surface area of a cube. Total surface area of a cube. So हम, अब आपने फॉर्मूला मुझे दिया L क्यूब, इसका डायमेंशन, इसका डिग्री क्या है, राइट? ये वॉल्यूम का है एंड हमको चाहिए एरिया, सो इट मस्ट बी स्क्वायर. करेक्ट? नाउ गौतम इज आस्किंग मी समथिंग इन द प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन. What will be the area if in the previous one we have a square formed in the middle? ये square, you're asking like this. Square formed in the middle यानी of this square. This is 1/1 जो हमने subtract किया था. This is 1/1. 1 into 1, 1 square meter. वही तो हमने 13 - 1 किया. पाथ फिर क्या होगा? ये अगर बड़ा उसके बीच में ऐसा एक फिगर है तो आपको इसका चाहिए. इज दैट व्हाट यू आर आस्किंग? इज दिस व्हाट यू आर आस्किंग गौतम? इफ दिस इज नॉट पार्ट ऑफ द पाथ एट ऑल, दैट मीन्स this is also, so 1 2 3 4 and 5, these are the 5 areas, only this much path with something not as part of the part, like that. So 8 plus 6 14 minus 2 times 12 होगा, 12 होगा. Okay, now a surface like a cube does not have a curved surface. तो क्यूब में कर्व्ड सरफेस एरिया नाम की कोई चीज ही नहीं होती है. सो हम कर्व्ड सरफेस एरिया सिर्फ उन फिगर्स में होता है जिसमें कोई कर्व हो. कर्व यानी कि एक सर्कुलर शेप होना चाहिए. इसके अंदर कोई कर्व ही नहीं है, सो वी डोंट कॉल इट अ कर्व्ड सरफेस एरिया. बट सपोजिंग इट इज एन ओपन बॉक्स विथ नो टॉप एंड नो बॉटम. इफ इट इज गिवन दैट दिस इज एन ओपन बॉक्स विथ नो टॉप नो बॉटम, only 4 walls, then obviously my surface area is 4L square, lateral surface area. Correct? Mila? So now did you get it? Don't use the term curved surface area. The term curved surface area तभी यूज होगा जब कोई कर्व यानी कोई सर्कुलर एस्पेक्ट हो, और जैसे ही कर्व्ड वर्ड यूज होता है कहीं ना कहीं आंसर में पाई होना चाहिए. क्यूब्स एंड क्यूबॉइड्स नेवर हैव कर्व्ड सरफेस एरिया, राइट? चलो, now cuboid, length, breadth and height. So इसका अगर मुझे टोटल सरफेस एरिया चाहिए तो एक तो ये फ्रंट दीवार लेंथ इनटू हाइट, फिर एक होगा लेंथ इनटू ब्रेड्थ, और एक होगा ब्रेड्थ इनटू हाइट, और आमने सामने सब 2-2 बार है. सो यू जस्ट ऐड ऑल दिस 2 times, you will get the total surface area of a box or a cuboid. Right? 2 times LB plus BH plus LH. You get the total surface area of a cuboid. Hope you understood this particular thing. Shamjan padis. Okay. Then moving on. अब कोई भी सिलेंडर ले लो, कर्व. अब इसमें कर्व्ड सरफेस एरिया होगा. कर्व्ड सरफेस एरिया क्या होता है? एक पाइप को अगर आप देखते हो, राइट, देयर इज अ पाइप एंड द पाइप इज ओपन फ्रॉम बोथ द एंड्स, राइट? ना ढक्कन है ना बॉटम है. देन only this part is known as the curved surface area. So सिलेंडर में मैं सिर्फ इस पर्टिकुलर पार्ट को देख रहा हूं, राइट. आई एम नॉट काउंटिंग द टॉप, आई एम नॉट काउंटिंग द बॉटम. ढक्कन नहीं है, बेस भी नहीं है. ओनली दिस सरफेस एरिया इफ आई वॉन्ट टू कैलकुलेट, राइट. देन फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल जो ये सर्कुलर पोर्शन है उसका होगा रेडियस r, एंड ये जो वर्टिकल पोर्शन है दैट इज h. एंड रिमेंबर, फॉर एनी एरिया वी हैड अवर फॉर्मूला बेस इनटू हाइट, राइट. तो यहां पे बेस क्या है? द बेस इज अ सर्कल. तो सर्कल का लेंथ is 2 pi r and height here is h. So curved surface area of my cylinder is base into height 2 pi r multiplied by h. A cylinder is nothing but एक सर्कल के ऊपर दूसरे सर्कल के ऊपर तीसरा सर्कल, रिंग पे रिंग पे रिंग अगर रखते जाओ, you stack rings, it looks like a cylinder. For each ring 2 pi r is the perimeter circumference. So 2 pi r multiplied by height will give you the curved surface area of a cylinder. And instead of just the curved surface area, if I want the total surface area, remember that is curved surface area plus the top ka area plus the bottom ka area. So in this case, curved surface area is 2 pi rh. The top is nothing but a circle and circle ka area is pi r square. Similarly, the bottom is also a circle and area of a circle is again pi r square. So this is nothing but 2 pi r into h plus r. That's it. So the formula 2 pi r into h plus r is nothing but curved surface area plus top of the figure plus bottom of the figure. Did everybody get this formula? 2 pi r into h plus r. It's nothing but curved surface area plus area of the top plus area of the bottom. Are we together? Okay. Now, for a cone, again, think of a joker's hat or an ice cream cone, right? एक तो ये सर्कल का r है, एक तो ये है हाइट फ्रॉम द टॉप टू द मिड पॉइंट हाइट, एंड एक ये स्लैंटिंग हाइट है विच इज नोन एज एल और स्लैंट हाइट. तो इफ आई टेक दिस ट्राइंगल ए बी सी, ये तो हो गया परफेक्ट राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई कैन से आर स्क्वायर प्लस एच स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू एल स्क्वायर. Square of the radius plus square of the height is square of the slant height, right? This is known as the slant height. So did we understand the relationship between radius, height and slant height in a cone? चलो, so अब मैं सिर्फ और सिर्फ ये कर्व्ड सरफेस एरिया, ढक्कन मैं बॉटम नहीं कर रहा हूं, बॉटम से खुला है, कोई बॉटम ही नहीं है, सिर्फ ये कर्व्ड सरफेस अगर मुझे चाहिए, देन रिमेंबर बिकॉज इट इज कर्व्ड, कहीं ना कहीं पाई आएगा, रेडियस आएगा एंड लेंथ आएगा. दैट्स इट. पाई आर एल गिव्स यू द कर्व्ड सरफेस एरिया ऑफ अ कोन. द कर्व्ड सरफेस एरिया ऑफ अ कोन इज नथिंग बट पाई आर एल. कर्व्ड है तो पाई को घुसा दो, जहां पे पाई वहां पे रेडियस होना चाहिए, और उसके अलावा सिर्फ एल आपको पता होता है विच इज द स्लैंटिंग हाइट. So pi r l is the curved surface area. And अगर मुझे total surface area चाहिए, right, that means मैं bottom को भी count करता हूं, then that is nothing but curved surface area plus area of the bottom. So curved surface area is pi r l. अभी देखा, the bottom, the shape is a circle, so pi r square is the area of the bottom. So pi r into L plus r is the total surface area of a cone. Did you understand this? How we got the curved and the total surface area of a cone? अभी तक तो कुछ ज्यादा कंफ्यूजन नहीं है, राइट? Although we have done a lot many formulas, but most of them are practical formulas. You don't have to memorize them. If you remember the fundamental of how that formula comes, it will be pretty obvious. Chalo. Now the only thing left is a sphere. Now remember, for the surface area of a sphere, it is nothing but 4 times the area of a circle. So 4 times pi r square is sphere. That's it. Shubhankar, you are not asking for fulcrum, you are asking for first frustrum of a cone. Fulcrum to lever ke, the point of a lever is called a fulcrum. You want to know what is a frustrum of a cone. Okay, frustrum ke zyada questions nahi aate, but the point is, if I cut the cone from here, right? In a cone, we have the frustrum. Do you get that? At least that's what I think the frustrum is, if I remember. But frustrum के आज तक कभी questions नहीं आए हैं. ठीक है, चलो. Got for a sphere, the area of a sphere is 4 pi r square. Now, let's move on to volume. जैसे एरिया के लिए बेस इंटू हाइट फंडा था इफ द शेप वॉज सिमेट्रिकल, सिमिलरली वॉल्यूम के लिए भी एरिया ऑफ द बेस मल्टीप्लाइड बाय हाइट अगर लगाओगे, यू विल ऑटोमेटिकली गेट द फॉर्मूला. सो क्यूब में द बेस इज अ स्क्वायर, एरिया ऑफ द बेस इज एल स्क्वायर, हाइट इज ऑल्सो एल, सो वॉल्यूम ऑफ अ क्यूब इज एल क्यूब. सिमिलरली फॉर अ क्यूबॉइड, एल इंटू बी इज द बेस एंड एच इज द हाइट. So LBH is the volume of a cuboid. And सारे थर्ड डिग्री के फॉर्मूला हैं क्योंकि वॉल्यूम है. थर्ड डिग्री के फॉर्मूलाज हैं L क्यूब, LBH and so on. Are we together so far? Did you understand this? वॉल्यूम वी स्टार्टिंग विद क्यूब्स एंड क्यूबॉइड्स, बेस इंटू हाइट ही करना है, एरिया ऑफ बेस इंटू हाइट इसमें करना है. सो अब मुझे सिलेंडर का बताओ क्या होगा. टॉप से बॉटम तक सेम है, राइट? इन अ सिलेंडर यू नो द रेडियस एंड यू नो द हाइट. सो वॉल्यूम इज गिवन बाय एरिया ऑफ द बेस मल्टीप्लाइड बाय हाइट. बेस इज नथिंग बट अ सर्कल, सो एरिया ऑफ बेस इज पाई आर स्क्वायर एंड हाइट इज h. So pi r square h. Correct. Pi r square h. Right? सिलेंडर में कुछ याद रखने जैसा है ही नहीं. वॉल्यूम के लिए अगर याद हो that the base is a circle, then circle का एरिया multiplied by height is the volume of a cylinder. Now, for a cone, there's a very interesting funda to be followed. For any shape which is derived from another shape, right? A cone का bottom is similar to a cylinder, but instead of going similarly to the top में एक single point पे ये आ जाता है. So any such shape जो original shape का volume है, उसका 1/3 will be the volume of the cone, because the cone is derived from a cylinder, right? सिलेंडर का जो वॉल्यूम होगा 1/3 ऑफ दैट विल बी द वॉल्यूम ऑफ अ कोन. द सेम फंडा ऑल्सो वर्क्स फॉर पिरामिड, राइट? अ पिरामिड इज नथिंग बट अ क्यूबॉइड से डिराइव्ड. क्यूबॉइड को अगर काटोगे तो उसमें से पिरामिड निकलता है, तो क्यूबॉइड का वॉल्यूम डिवाइडेड बाय 3 इज द वॉल्यूम ऑफ अ पिरामिड. लेंथ इंटू ब्रेथ इंटू हाइट डिवाइडेड बाय 3 इज द वॉल्यूम ऑफ अ पिरामिड. राइट? यस गौतम, रेशियो के बिल्कुल क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, बिल्कुल क्वेश्चंस आते हैं रेशियो के. रेशियो ऑफ अ स्फीयर इज टू रेशियो ऑफ अ कोन इज टू रेशियो ऑफ अ सिलेंडर. दे विल गिव यू सम वैल्यूज equating the radius and height, and then you will have to put the formula and give the ratio between these figures. Absolutely can have. In fact, it was asked in one of the exams. One of the exams actually had the figures and ratios. हाँ गौतम, I'll come to it. आरुषि, किस चीज का वॉल्यूम यू वांट एक्सप्लेनेशन? वॉल्यूम ऑफ विच फिगर? कोन. ठीक है, चलो लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड द वॉल्यूम ऑफ अ कोन. नाउ अंडरस्टैंड, there is a cylinder and volume of the cylinder is pi r square h, correct? Volume of the cylinder is pi r square h. आरुषि, ये समझ में आया? वॉल्यूम ऑफ अ सिलेंडर इज पाई आर स्क्वायर एच. नाउ कोन जो होता है, सिलेंडर को ही काट के आप कोन बना सकते हो. द बेस ऑफ द कोन इज द सेम एज बेस ऑफ द सिलेंडर, बट ऊपर जाते जाते एक पॉइंट के अंदर आप इसको कट कर देते हो. सो जब ऐसा फिगर बनता है, देन द वॉल्यूम इज नथिंग बट 1/3 द वॉल्यूम ऑफ अ सिलेंडर. सिलेंडर से ही कोन बनता है, सिलेंडर को काट के कोन बनता है. सो 1/3 द वॉल्यूम ऑफ सिलेंडर is the volume of the cone. That's it. You don't have to remember the formula for cone. Just remember the funda that volume of a cone is 1/3 the volume of a cylinder. Right? Similarly, if I have a cuboid, right? A cuboid brick, इसका वॉल्यूम है LBH. Now, अगर if I form a pyramid, base तो यहां पे है, लेकिन all the sides they match इट 1 पॉइंट, तो ये अंदर जो पिरामिड बना उसका एरिया इस क्यूबॉइड का एरिया डिवाइडेड बाय 3. शुभंकर, इफ आई कट, शुभंकर, यस, क्यूब एंड व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन अ क्यूब एंड अ क्यूबॉइड? इफ अ पिरामिड इज फॉर्म्ड फ्रॉम अ क्यूब, it is L cube by 3. If a pyramid is formed from a cuboid, it is LBH by 3. A cube is nothing but a type of cuboid, right? It depends on what type of pyramid is formed. If a pyramid is formed from a cube, you will take L cube by 3. If a pyramid is formed from a cuboid, you will take LBH by 3. Chalo. So, for a sphere, we know that area is 4 pi r square. Now, volume has to be a third degree formula. So 4 and pi, nothing can be done. The only variable is r. So r must have a cube for volume. So ऊपर 3 डालते हैं, नीचे भी 3 डाल दो. This becomes the volume of a sphere. r has to be cube because the volume needs to be of third degree. So when you put cube on top, you take a cube on bottom, you will get it. Right? This is a phatta. This is a trick to remember it. It's not mathematical, it's a trick to remember it. If somebody wants a mathematical explanation, that also I can do. For those who know calculus, if you integrate 4 pi r square, you will get 4 upon 3 pi r cube. And if you take the differential with respect to r of 4 upon 3 pi r cube, then you will get 4 pi r square. So integration of area is volume and differentiation of volume is area. Those who understand calculus will understand this. If you don't know calculus, don't worry about it. You just have to remember the formula. But those who understand calculus, this is a practical application of calculus. From area, integration will give you volume and differential of volume will give you the area. It is also true for square, for a सर्कल. पाई आर स्क्वायर का डिफरेंशिएशन इज 2 पाई आर, 2 पाई आर का इंटीग्रल इज पाई आर स्क्वायर. इट वर्क्स. सो फॉर दोज हु कंप्लेन के कैलकुलस हैज नो यूज, इट हैज अ वेरी प्रैक्टिकल यूज इन मेंसुरेशन. राइट, चलो. सो दैट इज फॉर अ स्क्वायर, दैट इज फॉर अ स्फीयर. नाउ दिस इज व्हाट गौतम वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट, राइट? व्हेन ऑब्जेक्ट्स आर मेल्टेड, the new objects are formed, the total volume of the objects will remain the same. Let us say, if I have one sphere and I melt it into 8 cubes, right? Then volume of one sphere will be 8 times the volume of each cube. So 4 upon 3 pi r cube will be 8 times L cube. So whenever melting of figures is given, टोटल वॉल्यूम जो स्टार्टिंग में था वही वॉल्यूम एंड में रहेगा. द टोटल वॉल्यूम ऑफ द फिगर इन द बिगिनिंग विल बी द टोटल वॉल्यूम एट द एंड. लेंथ विल चेंज, पेरीमीटर विल चेंज, एरिया विल चेंज, बट मेल्टिंग वाले प्रॉब्लम्स में द ओनली थिंग विच रिमेन्स कॉन्स्टेंट इज अ वॉल्यूम. So remember, whenever you are given melting of objects, total volume in the beginning is equal to total volume in the end. And in such problems, whenever they say a wire is melted, you should always consider the figure of a wire to be a cylinder, a very thin cylinder. Don't consider it a straight line. For melting problems, a wire is considered to be a very thin cylinder. Did you understand this funda? Melting funda? Right. Chalo. Now let's do problems. If the area of a triangle is 150 square meters and base is to height is 3:4, then what is the actual base and height? फॉर्मूला लगाओ, आंसर निकालो. सोनिया, 60 and 5, is it in the ratio of 3:4? Base is to height is 3:4. So height and base should be in the ratio of 4:3. Is 60 and 5 in the ratio of 4:3? No. So see, it is given that the ratio of base is to height is 3:4. That means height and base should be in the ratio of 4:3. So these two cannot be my answer. But is A my answer? How do I check that? So ratio जो 3 and 4 है, can I take base is 3x and height is 4x? So area of the triangle is given as 150. So half into base into height is equal to 150. So when half into base into height is 150, that means 12x square is equal to 300. Once you get the value of x, you will be able to simplify it. And once you simplify it, you will be able to get that 20 and 15 is the answer. And formula से नहीं करना है, तो let 20 and 15 be the answer. Half into 20 into 15 is simply equal to 150, which is the area. So eliminate two options, check with the left option, you get your answer. आ गया, right? Either you do it through formula or if you can intelligently use the options, तो options के थ्रू भी कर सकते हैं, whichever is quick. फॉर्मूला से करना है तो भी मैंने मेथड बता दिया, और डायरेक्ट ऑप्शन से ही अगर करना है तो भी आंसर आ जाएगा, बिकॉज वेरी इजी, ओरली वी कैन डू इट. सो आई थिंक एवरीबडी गॉट दिस वन. चलो, नाउ दिस इज अ वेरी वेरी conceptual question. If the side of a triangle are doubled, what happens to its area? Every side को आप डबल करते हो तो एरिया के साथ क्या होता है? मन केयरफुल. मानुष, नो, नहीं. lot of you are getting it wrong. Vanshika is correct, Shubhankar is correct, Sonia got it. देखो बच्चा लोग, एरिया ऑफ अ ट्राइंगल, राइट, पहले हम देख लेते हैं. एरिया ऑफ अ ट्राइंगल इज हाफ बेस इनटू हाइट. नाउ बेस एंड हाइट को डबल कर दो तो हाफ डबल बेस एंड डबल हाइट. सो इस दोनों टू को मैं कॉमन निकाल देता हूं. रिमेनिंग हाफ बेस इनटू हाइट. So this is 4 times original area. Half base into height is nothing but area. So the new area, can I say, is 4 times the original area. So answer is D. It becomes 4 times. Length double होता है तो length multiplied by length, right? 2 इंटू 2 4 टाइम्स एरिया हो जाएगा ना, क्योंकि स्क्वायर में चला जाता है। कोई भी एरिया जो है वो लेंथ का साइड है, लेंथ का स्क्वायर है। सो लेंथ को डबल किया तो 2 का स्क्वायर 4 टाइम्स हो जाएगा। सिमिलरली इफ द लेंथ इज ट्रिपल्ड, then what happens to the area? If the length is tripled, what happens to the area? It becomes 9 times. It becomes 9 times, right? Half into 3 times base into 3 times height. 3 threes are 9 times half base into height. So it becomes 9 times. Length 3 टाइम होगा तो एरिया 9 टाइम्स होगा, करेक्ट ना गौतम? h इज इक्वल टू √3a कहां से आया? h इज इक्वल टू √3a कहां से आया? वाई इज h इज इक्वल टू √3a अनलेस गिवन? कहां पाइथागोरस थ्योरम कहां से आया यहां पे गौतम? इट्स एनी ट्राइंगल। पाइथागोरस थ्योरम सिर्फ राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल में अप्लाई होगा, ये तो कोई भी ट्राइंगल है, राइट? आरुषि डिड नॉट गेट दिस। चलो आरुषि एक और बार करते हैं इसको। सी कौन सा वाला 4 टाइम्स वाला समझ में आ गया? एरिया इज 4 टाइम्स लेंथ, वो समझ में आया? डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट आरुषि? ओके, सो कौन सा 9 टाइम्स समझ में नहीं आया? विच वन डिड यू नॉट अंडरस्टैंड? 9 टाइम्स वाला समझ में नहीं आया? Which one did you not understand, Arushi? 9 times wala. See, if side is tripled, तो area becomes what? So original half base into height. Original is half base into height. Base को भी ट्रिपल कर दिया, साइड को भी ट्रिपल कर दिया. So 3 and 3, 3 these are 9 को बाहर निकाल दो. Half base into height, which is 9 times the original area. सो साइड अगर 3 है तो एरिया 3 स्क्वायर होगा. 3 स्क्वायर इज 9. तो लेंथ अगर 3 गुना हो जाता है तो एरिया 9 टाइम्स हो जाएगा. आई कैन प्रैक्टिकली शो यू दिस. आई कैन एक्चुअली ड्रॉ एंड शो यू दिस. सी, एक कोई भी फिगर ले लो. दिस इज 1 इंटू 1, तो एरिया इज ऑल्सो 1, करेक्ट? 1 इंटू 1 एरिया इज 1. ये समझ में आया? नाउ इसको अगर मैं 3 टाइम्स ले लेता हूं, एक की जगह पे 3 बना देता हूं, राइट? हाइट एंड विड्थ दोनों ही 3 बना देता हूं, तो अब ये जो नया एरिया बनेगा वो कितना होगा? फिगर में देख लो, राइट? फिगर में कितना हो गया? तो एरिया को क्या हुआ? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. जब साइड ट्रिपल हो गए तो टोटल एरिया 9 टाइम्स हो गया. साइड जब ट्रिपल किया तो टोटल एरिया 9 टाइम्स हो गया. समझ में आया? डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस? Okay, now guys, if the side is doubled, then area becomes 4 times. What will happen to the volume of any figure? Let us assume that it is a cube. So when the side of the cube is doubled, area becomes 4 times, right? So area का 2 square 4 होता है, तो volume is always cube, so it will become 8 times the volume. You just make the length double, volume becomes 8 times. If the side is tripled, area becomes 9 times, volume will become. If side length is tripled, area becomes 9 times large, volume becomes 27 times large. Do you understand that? राइट? चलो Next one. The height of an equilateral triangle is 6. Height means what? Equilateral triangle यानी कि all the three sides are same. So from the top you draw a perpendicular to the base. This thing is known as height. So if the height is 6, then ये पूरे का पूरा side कितना होगा? First I'll show you the method. The method will tell you the shortcut. राही 5 कहां से आया बीच में बेटा? Okay, so first let's take a look at the formula based method and the logical method of how to solve this. Right, in a right angle triangle, if I know that this is h, let's assume that each side is x, so this side will also be x and this side will also be x, and ये midpoint होगा, so this thing will be x by 2. यहां तक समझ में आया? यहां तक समझ में आया? I'm assuming that the side of the equilateral triangle is x, so half of the side will be x by 2, and this is a right angle. So now let us name this A, B and C. So in right angle triangle ABC, AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square, because AC is the hypotenuse here. So that means h square plus x by 2 the whole square is equal to x square. So in short, I can say h square is x square minus x square by 4, that is 3 times x square by 4. So height अगर 6 है तो I get 3x square by 4 is equal to 6 का square. So root 3 into x by 2 is equal to 6, which means x is equal to 12 divided by root 3 or 4 root 3. Did you get it? 4 root 3 कैसे आया? मन समझ में नहीं आया? चलो फिर से कैलकुलेशन करते हैं. See, in a right angle triangle, in an equilateral triangle, let's assume that each side is x. Each side is x. ठीक है? Now, if this is height, then ये वाला is x by 2. यहां तक समझ में आ गया डायग्राम? Now, because ABC is a right angle triangle, I can write AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. Pythagoras theorem. ये समझ में आया? Now substitute. AB square is h square, BC square is x by 2 the whole square, AC square is x square. So h square plus x square by 4 is equal to x square. So x square by 4 को इस साइड ले जाओ तो x square minus x square by 4 is 3x square by 4. So h is nothing but square root of 3x square by 4. So root 3 into x divided by 4 divided by 2. Root 3 by 2 into x. Now if you can remember, the height of a equilateral triangle is root 3 by 2 times the side. So x की वैल्यू अगर मुझे कैलकुलेट करनी है, it is 2 into h divided by root 3, which is 2 into 6 divided by root 3. 2 into 6 को can I write it as 3 into 2 divided by root 3. So root 3 का ये root 3, this becomes 4 root 3. Simplification. Did you get it? Kaustubh, yes. इंस्टेड ऑफ टेकिंग x, अगर 2x ले लेते हो तो कैलकुलेशन में डिवाइड नहीं करना पड़ेगा. दैट्स ओके, डजंट मेक अ डिफरेंस. Doesn't make a difference. Did everybody get this? Shubhankar, that's exactly what I did. I derived that formula. Did you get this? Yes. So, if I want to compare, if I want to find out the area of the right angle triangle, sorry, the area of an equilateral triangle, so half into base into height will be equal to half into base is x and height is root 3 by 2x. So remember, root 3 by 4x square is the formula for area of a equilateral triangle. Root 3 by 4x square is the formula for area of an equilateral triangle. If you remember the formula, very good. If not, then you will have to do the lamba chauda method. Gautam, root 3 by 4x square, you have to know the formula. Half the janta doesn't even know that formula. If you know the formula, it can easily be used. Right? Method ke marks nahi hote. Whichever is the fastest method to get the answer, you can use that. Nobody is asking you to do it by only one particular method. As long as you get the right answer, it does not matter. So if you know that the area of an equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4x square, you can directly compare it into half, base and height. Yes, you can. Did everybody understand this? See, I don't use methods where I have to remember formula. इसलिए मैं general basic formula से derive कर लेता हूँ. वरना there are always alternate methods of solving it. Did everybody get it? Right? Chalo. Next one. This should be pretty simple. A man walked 20 meters to cross a rectangular field diagonally. If the length is 16, then what is the breadth? वो orally कर सकते हैं इसको तो. Figure, if you can draw properly, you will be able to understand. It's a very, very simple problem. Yes, Malay, correct. Yeah, quickly. Siddhi, no, लफड़ा किया. Calculation check कर लो. बाकी others are getting it right. Right? बड़ा ही simple है. एक रेक्टेंगुलर फील्ड है जिसका जो डायगोनल है वो 20 है एंड एक साइड जो है वो 16 है. इसको x ले लो. सो पाइथागोरस x स्क्वायर प्लस 16 स्क्वायर इज 20 स्क्वायर. सो x स्क्वायर इज 20 स्क्वायर 400 minus 16 square 256 which is 144. So x is the square root of 144 which is equal to 12. So my answer is 12. That's it. And अगर इतनी मेहनत भी नहीं करनी है, कैलकुलेशन नहीं करना है, right, then 20 and 16, right, 4 5s are, 4 4s are, so 4 3s are should be my answer 12, because always remember 3 4 and 5, this is a Pythagorean triplet. So 3, अगर 4 and 5 साइड है तो जो छोटा साइड होगा वो 3 होगा. Pythagorean triplet से डायरेक्टली विदाउट कैलकुलेशन ऑल्सो यू कैन डू इट, बट कैलकुलेशन करना है तो ऑल्सो पाइथागोरस का थियरम यूज करना है. डिड एवरीबडी अंडरस्टैंड दिस? यस नम्र, इफ यू नो 3 4 5 तो खत्म. 20 16 एंड 12. गौतम 15 कहां से आया? 20 16 एंड 12. 4 5s are 20, 4 4s are 16, 4 3s are 12. Yeah, that's what I said. Ratio 3 4 5. We already know this is 20. We already know this is 16. 4 5s are, 4 4s are. So this has to be 4 3s are. Pythagorean triplet. So remember guys, if 3 4 and 5 is one Pythagorean triplet, then there's another Pythagorean triplet 5 12 and 13. Right? 5, 12 and 13 is also Pythagorean triplet. 5 square plus 12 square is equal to 13 square. So if three numbers are in the ratio 5, 12, 13, even they form a Pythagorean triplet. They will form a right angle triangle ka side. Chalo. Now, if increasing the length of a rectangular field by 9 meters, the area increases by 54 square meters, then what is the width? Gautam, arcs, yeah, even if they see arcs ऐसे directly नहीं पूछेंगे, लेकिन if they ask, it is nothing but simple ratio proportion. An arc is nothing but a ratio proportion का problem. I'll show it afterwards. When we are doing any circular problem, I'll show you. Arcs are also very simple. No formula is to be remembered. It's directly ratio proportion problem. Right? So let us assume that here the original length is L, original breadth is B, original area is A. If the length increases by 9, breadth remains the same, then area increases by 54. So can I say LB plus 9B is equal to A plus 54? Now, I know that LB and A are the same. So 9B is equal to 54. So B is equal to 54 divided by 9. That is equal to 6. So my answer is the width is 6 meters. So how does it matter? एक साइड से 9 बढ़ाया या दोनों साइड से 4.5 बढ़ाया? Length is totally increased by 9. It is not said both sides. Read the question carefully. It does not say the length is increased by 9 meters on both the sides. It says the length is increased by 9 meters. So original is L, new length is L plus 9. That's it. Right? Yeah. Did everybody understand this one? Simple, straightforward problem. चलो देर. A square, ये तो हमने बिल्कुल किया था स्टार्टिंग में. one of the first problems we did today. A square room is surrounded by a veranda of width 2 meters and area of the veranda is 64. Then find the area of the room. The funda is same what we did in the beginning of the class today, but only thing is you need to do it a bit carefully. Problem is very similar to what we did in the beginning of the class. So square veranda, let's assume the sides are x and veranda 2 मीटर दोनों साइड से अगर increased है, that means the outer one is x plus 4, right? So area of the veranda is 64. That means x plus 4 the whole square minus x square is 64. That means x square plus 8x plus 16 minus x square is equal to 64. If I cancel out x square from both the sides, I get 8x is 64 minus 16 is 48. So I get x is equal to 8. So if x is equal to 8, then 8 into 8, my answer is what? Calculation में कुछ गड़बड़ किया मैंने. X square plus 8x plus 16 minus x square is 64. 64 minus 16, 54, 44, 48. Sorry, x is equal to 6. X is equal to 6. That means 6 square, 36 is my answer. 36 is my answer. Aksa, see, it is given that area of the veranda is equal to 64. So from the total area, I have to subtract the inner square, right? Only then I will get the veranda. Aksa, did you get that? 64 is only the area of the veranda. So from the outer square, if I subtract the inner square, then I get the area of the veranda. That's why x plus 4 the whole square minus x square is equal to 64. Got it? Did everybody get it? 36. Hope everybody got this one. Chalo. If the perimeter of a semicircle, what is the perimeter of a semicircle with 56 centimeter diameter? Temporarily I got disconnected. Now I'm back. Okay, temporarily disconnected, but I'm back. I hope everybody can hear and see me. Okay, chalo. The perimeter of a semicircle of diameter 56 will be how much? So this is a semicircle, right? So if the diameter is 56, that means the radius is half of 56. So the radius is 28. So half of 2 pi r will be the arc area, which is 22 upon 7 into radius 28. So that is equal to 88. But 88 is only the curved area, right? To find the perimeter, ये base भी तो add करना है. So 88 में 56 if I add 8 plus 6 14 144. So my answer becomes 144 centimeters, because 2 pi r का आधा will only give you the perimeter, the circular arc. You also have to add the base, which is the diameter, to get the full perimeter. So 88 plus 56 gives me 144 as my area. 144 is my complete area. Got that? 144. Any confusion so far? Okay. Moving on to the next one then. This is a classic problem. School maybe you must have done such a problem, right? Commonly asked in different exams. The length of a rope by which a buffalo must be tied, in order that she might be able to graze an area of 9856 square meters is what? Jayshil, no to what? No, किसके लिए बोल रहे हो आप? No doubt. Okay, good. Chalo, current problem then. So when a buffalo is tied, yes, Sakshi, when a buffalo is tied, let's say that this is the pole and the buffalo is here. So in what shape will the buffalo move? The buffalo will be able to go in this fashion. That means the area of the circle needs to be found, where r is the radius. So area pi r square is equal to 9856. That means r square is 9856 into 7 divided by 22. 2 11s are 2 4s are 8, 2 9s are 18, 2 2s are 4, 2 8s are, and again 11 4s are 44, 11 4s are 44, and 11 8s are 88. So if r square is 448 multiplied by 7, if r square is 448 multiplied by 7, then the value of r is nothing but 56. Simplify it, we'll get the answer. 56 is my answer. Triangle number कहाँ से होगा? The area in which you can cover is a circle. When the center is tied and you can move, you will move in the shape of a circle, right? You thought that back should be covered. Back should be covered यानी कि नहीं, एक पॉइंट को बीच में, सी इफ यू टाई अ स्ट्रिंग टू योर हैंड, लंगसिया जिसको बोलते हैं, और उसको घुमाते हो, इट फॉर्म्स अ सर्कल, राइट? सो दिस विल बी अ सर्कल. हाँ नंबर, कॉर्नर, अगेन कॉर्नर वोंट बी अ ट्रायंगल, इट विल बी 1/4 ऑफ अ सर्कल. सी if it is in the corner of a field, then also the shape will be a quarter circle. It won't be a triangle, it will be a quarter circle, right? Yes, Amanbir. In such questions, if nothing is given, always the shape will be a circle. But if it is given that the animal is tied to a corner of the field, right? Supposing it is given that there is a rectangular field and the animal is tied to a corner, then it will be able to cover this much area, which will be 1/4 of a circle. If it is given that it is tied to a corner, then within the field it will move 1/4 of a circle. But if it is not given, it's just standing somewhere, so it will completely go in a circle. Do you get that? It will completely go in a circle. Do you get that, Amanbir? Okay. Next one. The maximum length of a rod that can be kept in a rectangular box of dimensions 8 into 6 into 2. So this is a funda. See, if we have a rectangular box like this, so the largest rod which you can keep is one touching the opposite diagonals of bottom and top, right? Bottom में यहाँ पे and top में opposite side में अगर रखोगे, this will be the maximum length of the diameter. And this length, the diagonal, and this length is root of L square plus B square plus H square. If you want, it can be, I can show you the proof, but it's easy to remember, right? L square plus B square plus H square का root ले लोगे, तो you will get the largest diagonal. So it is nothing but root of 8 square plus 4. So this is root of 104. Options are not given, right? But the answer is root of 104. Did you understand this? Let me take away the options. The options are useless. It's not printed properly. So the answer is root of 104. So the largest diagonal in a square, in a box, in a cube or cuboid is root of L square plus B square plus H square. Shubhankar, it has nothing to do with cosines and stuff. It is something simply Pythagoras' theorem. It is simple application of Pythagoras' theorem. See, पहले L square, L and B का diagonal ले लो, L square plus B square, and इसको इसके साथ ले लो, तो ये मिल जाएगा. So दो बार Pythagoras apply करोगे, तो ये मिल जाएगा. It is simply root of L square plus B square plus H square. Nothing to do with cosine and stuff. लाइफ में सिंपल चीजें रखने की, कॉम्प्लिकेट तो करने का ही नहीं लाइफ को. पाइथागोरस से जब आंसर आता है तो ट्रिग्नोमेट्री में जाए ही क्यों? Did you get it? So remember, in a cube or a cuboid, the length of the largest diagonal is root of L square plus B square plus H square. That's correct, Soham. That's very correct. Entrance exam में भी यही फंडा होता है. We think that the problems are complicated and we try to use all funny formula. When in reality, most of the problems can be solved by simple application of funda. Right? Problems are generally simple. We think they are complex and try to do complex methods. Keep it simple, you will always get the answer. चलो चलो ये तो अपना मेल्टिंग वाला प्रॉब्लम आ गया. याद है? The 3 cubes of iron with edges 6, 8 and 10 are melted and formed into a single cube. So the edge of the new cube is how much? So 3 multiplied by volume of original cube is the volume of new cube. So 3, original is 6 into 8 into 10, volume of new cube is x cube. So 3 into 6 into 8 into 10. Sorry. 6 cube plus 8 cube plus 10 cube is x cube. I read the problem wrongly. Each cube has edge of 6, 8 and 10. So 6 cube plus 8 cube plus 10 cube is x cube. Solve it, you will get the answer. Volume of the new cube is 6 cube plus 8 cube plus 10 cube. So 6 cube is equal to 216, 8 cube is 512, 10 cube is 1000, 6 plus 2 8, 1 plus 1 2, 5 plus 2 7. So if x cube is 1728, then x is nothing but 12. Answer is 12, because 1728 is the cube of 12. And if you have remembered values of perfect cubes, then 1728 देखते ही strike होना चाहिए that the cube root of 1728 is 12. Did you get it? Hope you got this one. Yeah, Namra, volume of cuboid, but it's not cuboid. It's actually there are three cubes. So L cube plus B cube. So X cube plus Y cube plus Z cube is the total that you have to take. I read the problem wrongly first. Easy, right? Yeah, the first thing I did, I read the problem wrongly. Okay. Now, a cylindrical piece of metal, radius 2, height 6, is shaped into a cone of the same radius. Then what happens to the height of the cone? So, volume will remain the same. So, pi r square h is equal to 1/3 of pi r1 square h1, right? Pi तो cancel कर दो. So original radius is 2, so 4, height 6 is 1/3 into the same radius. So r square, the same radius is 4. So what is h1? 4 and 4 को अगर cancel कर दो, h1 becomes 18. All you had to do is remember the formula for volume of a cylinder and volume of a cone. Cone का भी क्या है? 1/3 of a cylinder. तो सिर्फ अगर cylinder का formula याद है for volume, you will be able to solve this problem. Did everybody get this one? Easy. Okay. If the ratio of the surface area of two spheres is 4:25, then what is the ratio of the volumes? Without any calculation इसका आंसर आना चाहिए. हार्दी, जब भी कोई शेप मेल्ट करते हैं तो हमेशा वॉल्यूम ही हम कंसिडर करेंगे, बिकॉज हाइट एंड एरिया सब चेंज होगा लेकिन वॉल्यूम कभी चेंज नहीं होगा. सो वेन एवर शेप्स आर मेल्टेड, ऑलवेज रिमेंबर वॉल्यूम हैज टू बी यूज्ड. Get that? Got that, Hardi? Volume has to be used. चलो, now हमने क्या सीखा था कि लेंथ एरिया के लिए स्क्वायर, वॉल्यूम के लिए क्यूब. तो दो एरियाज जो हैं, अगर उनका रेशियो 4:25 है, दैट इज 2 स्क्वायर अपॉन 5 स्क्वायर, तो वॉल्यूम विल बी 2 क्यूब अपॉन 5 क्यूब. दैट शुड बी 8 अपॉन 125. सो माई आंसर शुड बी 8:125. एरिया स्क्वायर में है, वॉल्यूम क्यूब में है, तो एरिया 4 and 25 दैट इज 2 स्क्वायर एंड 5 स्क्वायर है, तो वॉल्यूम 2 क्यूब एंड 5 क्यूब 8 and 125 हो जाएगा. सिंपल. ये फंडा भी हमने देख लिया है, राइट? वी डिड दिस ट्रिपलिंग ऑफ एरिया, डबलिंग ऑफ एरिया, उसमें मैंने बताया था लेंथ के साथ जो भी होता है, एरिया स्क्वायर में जाएगा, वॉल्यूम क्यूब में जाएगा. सो दो एरियाज का स्क्वायर जो वैल्यू है, उन्हीं नंबर का क्यूब वैल्यू वॉल्यूम का कंपैरिजन हो जाएगा. सो इफ द एरियाज आर 2 स्क्वायर एंड 5 स्क्वायर, then the volumes will be 2 cube and 5 cube. Everybody got this one? Hope everybody understood this. Okay. The radius of a sphere is r, and radius of base and height of cylinder is r. Then what is the ratio of their volumes? I think somebody was asking me, do they ask the ratio of figures? So yes, this is a ratio wala problem. You just have to remember the formula. For a sphere, volume is 4/3 pi r cube, and for a cylinder, the volume is pi r square and h. So pi gets cancelled, r cube gets cancelled. My ratio is 4:3. The ratio is 4:3. Just a couple of more problems, guys, then we are done. Just a couple of more problems and then we are done with all the problems for the day. So let's quick. Did everybody understand this wala funda? Did everybody understand this? It's direct application of formula. Nothing, just formula डालना है. चलो. Now this is a classic problem asked many years ago in the exam. there are 3 circles. Each circle has a radius 1 centimeter, and all the 3 circles are just touching each other. Now there is a rope which is tightly tied on the border of the 3 circles. So agar मैं देखूं, then this is the rope, right? This entire thing is the rope. It is tightly tied around the 3 circles. What is the length or perimeter of this rope? If you get this problem, it means you have understood the fundamentals, right? This is the last problem. In fact, if you understand this problem, that means you have definitely understood the fundamentals. Nope. Yes, Malay. तुक्के मत मारो guys, तुक्के मत मारो. I'll put up the diagram in a better format on the screen. This is the diagram. So guys, to understand this problem, let's first understand what are we supposed to calculate, right? I have to find out the length of this particular thing. I'm highlighting the rope. So this particular length is what I'm expected to find out. Do you understand this portion? What length I am supposed to find out? Okay. So now let's first understand this. If the radius of each circle is 1 centimeter, then this distance is also 1, which means this radius, I draw a radius here, right? All these radii will also be equal to 1 centimeter so far. If I draw the radius, every radius is 1 centimeter. So take a look at this rectangle. This opposite side is 1 plus 1, 2. That means EF will be equal to 2. EF will be equal to 2. Did you understand why EF is equal to 2? So if EF is equal to 2, then GH is also equal to 2 and IJ is also equal to 2. So EF plus GH plus IJ is equal to 6. We got the 3 straight sides of the yellow portion. 2 plus 2 plus 2. जो straight sides हैं उसका length 6 आ गया. Now what is left? Take a look at the diagram. The portion between EJ plus the portion between FG and the portion between IH. Now, if you join these 3 portions, right, EJ, FG and IH, they form exactly one circle. EJ, FG and IH, if the 3 curves are brought together, they form one circle, and for each of this circle, the radius is 1. So perimeter is 2 pi r, which is equal to 2 into pi because r is 1. So I add these two. So 2 times pi plus 6 is the length of the entire rope. So in that example, 2 pi plus 6, option A, is the length of the rope. Did everybody get this one? 2 pi plus 6 is the length of the rope. That's it. And this will be one of like the toughest questions, right? Aajkal, ये type of exams, they never ask. They ask the easy ones. They avoid any diagram based questions in the exams. So simple word problems which we did, most of the questions will be like that. So guys, that's it. We are done with the problems that we were supposed to complete today. If there are any doubts, any questions, you can hang around, you can ask. Else, we are done for the day. You may exit the session. Have a good day and stay safe.